You wake up at 7 a.m. Your alarm screams. You roll over. Your stomach is distended. Your face is puffy. You haven't eaten anything yet. You haven't exercised yet. By every logical metric, your body should be in fat-burning mode right now. But here's what's actually happening. You're about to make a decision within the next 45 minutes that will determine whether your body burns fat or stores it for the entire day. Most people don't even know this window exists. Think about it. You could do everything right for lunch. You could eat organic chicken and vegetables. You could drink water. You could go to the gym at 6 p.m. and crush a workout. And your body will still refuse to burn the fat you want gone because of what you did or didn't do between 7 and 8 a.m. This isn't about calories. This isn't about genetics. This is about a single hormone, cortisol. And more specifically, it's about the cortisol awakening response, the biological event that happens every single morning that most people completely sabotage. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your belly fat is not listening to your willpower. It's listening to your cortisol levels. And right now, you're probably screaming at it to stay when you think you're telling it to leave. Today, I'm going to show you the exact 5-step sequence that reprograms this. Not motivation, not discipline, biology. The kind of protocol that works even if you hate exercise, even if you hate diets, even if you failed 100 times before. Because when you understand the mechanism, willpower becomes irrelevant. Let me show you why your body is holding on to that belly fat like it's the most precious resource on earth. Inside your body, there's an enzyme called lipoprotein lipase, LPL. This is your fat storage switch. It's literally the mechanism that takes energy from your bloodstream and locks it into your fat cells. Think of it like a bouncer at a nightclub. LPL decides whether energy gets to party in your muscles or whether it gets locked away in storage. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Your visceral fat, the fat around your organs, the fat you see in your belly, the fat that actually kills you has up to 4 times more cortisol receptors than regular fat cells. Your belly fat is cortisol's favorite target. In the morning, your body is in a state called metabolic vulnerability. You've just gone 8 hours without water. Your blood is thicker. Your adrenal glands, the tiny organs producing cortisol, are running on fumes. Your nervous system is trying to figure out, is the world safe right now? If you send the wrong signal at 7 a.m., your body's answer is, no, it's not safe. Lock down. Store everything. And that's it. The decision is made. Your LPL enzyme activates. Your belly fat bunker closes. For the next 16 hours, your body is in storage mode, not burning mode. You could run 10 miles. Your body won't care. It's already decided to store. But what if you sent the right signals? What if, instead of screaming at your body to burn fat, you actually convinced it that burning fat was safe? That's what this protocol does. Signal number 1, the hydration reset. Here's what 99% of people do when they wake up. They reach for coffee. This is the first mistake. When you wake up, you are severely dehydrated. Not slightly, severely. You've lost approximately 1 liter of water just by breathing throughout the night. Your blood viscosity has increased. Your heart is working harder to pump thicker blood. This physical strain, it raises cortisol before you even get out of bed. But there's more. Your adrenal glands, the organs producing cortisol, don't run on motivation. They run on minerals, specifically sodium and potassium. When these levels drop, your body releases even more cortisol to compensate. It's a cascading stress signal. Most people wake up and immediately dehydrate further with coffee, which is a diuretic. They're literally amplifying the cortisol spike. The fix is counterintuitive. Salt. Here's the protocol. The moment you wake up, before your feet hit the ground, drink a large glass of room temperature water. Not cold water that shocks your system. Room temperature. Then add a pinch of high-quality sea salt or pink Himalayan salt. Why salt? Because sodium is a signal. When your body detects sodium, it tells your adrenal glands resources are available. We don't need to panic. Your aldosterone decreases. Your adrenaline decreases. Your cortisol decreases. You can add a squeeze of fresh lemon. The potassium supports your liver and gives the signal an additional metabolic boost. This single drink, what I call the adrenal cocktail, drops your cortisol by measurable amounts within minutes. You're not forcing your body. You're giving it permission to relax. That's signal number 1. Hydration plus minerals equals safety. Signal number 2. The light protocol. Reprogram your biological clock. Your metabolism is not random. It's governed by a master clock in your brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. This clock is literally a tiny region of brain tissue that decides when you wake up, when you sleep, when you have energy, when you crash. If this clock is out of sync, you're done. Your cortisol stays elevated all day and night. You feel wired but exhausted. You crave sugar. You accumulate visceral fat. No amount of exercise fixes this because the clock is broken. The only thing that sets this clock is light. Specifically, the light spectrum and intensity of the morning sun. Here's what most people do. They wake up, turn on overhead LED lights, or immediately check their phone screen. This is artificial blue light. It's biologically confusing. It sends a weak signal about 500 lux that's not strong enough to trigger proper wake-up hormones, but strong enough to cause anxiety. Your brain is confused. It thinks it's dusk, not dawn, so it doesn't release the sharp cortisol spike you need. Instead, you get a confused, dragging, anxious feeling. The fix? Get outside within 30 minutes of waking up. You don't need to run. You don't need to exercise. You just need to expose your eyes without sunglasses to direct natural sunlight for 5 to 10 minutes. Even on a cloudy day, the sun provides over 10,000 lux. That's 20 times stronger than indoor lighting. The photons from the sun hit your retina. They travel directly to your hypothalamus, the brain region controlling hormones. This triggers 3 things simultaneously. 1. A sharp, healthy spike of cortisol, followed by a steep decline. This is the pattern you want. This creates energy. 2. Your circadian clock gets reset. Your body knows it's morning. 3. Your brain releases serotonin, the precursor to melatonin. By getting sunlight at 8 a.m., you're actually programming better sleep at 10 p.m. tonight. This is signal number 2. Light equals orientation. Orientation equals safety. Signal number 3. The caffeine delay, the 90-minute rule that changes everything. This is where people lose it. This is where everyone wants to argue with me. You must wait 90 minutes after waking before consuming any caffeine. Not 60 minutes. Not 45 minutes. 90 minutes. I know. You love coffee. You need coffee. Your morning doesn't feel complete without coffee. I understand. But hear me out, because this one change will do more for your belly fat than months of dieting. Here's the science. When you sleep, your brain accumulates metabolic waste. One specific byproduct is adenosine. Adenosine creates sleep pressure. It's the molecule that makes you feel tired. During sleep, your brain's lymphatic system flushes adenosine out. But here's the problem. When you first wake up, there's still residual adenosine circulating. It hasn't been completely cleared. Your body is still partially in sleep mode. If you drink coffee immediately, caffeine molecules bind to adenosine receptors. They block the signal. You feel artificially alert. But the adenosine doesn't disappear. It accumulates. Behind a dam, around 2 p.m., when the caffeine wears off, the dam breaks. Your adenosine floods your system. Your energy crashes catastrophically. Your brain is confused. What does your body do when energy crashes? It releases cortisol to compensate. This creates an afternoon cortisol spike, the exact opposite of what you want. And what do you do when you crash at 2 p.m.? You reach for a snack, usually sugar. Your blood sugar spikes. Your insulin spikes. Your body locks that energy away as belly fat. All because of coffee at 7 a.m. By waiting 90 minutes, you change everything. You allow adenosine to clear naturally. You allow the natural cortisol awakening response to complete its cycle. Your body finishes waking up on its own. When you finally drink coffee at 8:30 a.m., it doesn't crash you. It enhances you. You get clean energy. No crash. No afternoon cortisol spike. No sugar cravings. No belly fat storage. This is signal number 3. Patience equals stability. Signal number 4. The movement meditation optic flow. Everyone's been told, do HIIT in the morning, do burpees, do sprints, boost your metabolism. This is terrible advice if you're already carrying visceral fat and stressed. High-intensity exercise creates a hypoxia signal, a lack of oxygen. Your body interprets this as danger. It releases more cortisol, not less. You're literally telling your belly fat to stay because you're signaling emergency. The antidote is not rest. It's the opposite of what you think, a slow, forward walk. But here's the mechanism most people miss. It's not about calories burned. It's about optic flow. When you walk forward, images continuously pass by your eyes. This visual information travels directly to your amygdala, the fear center of your brain. Neuroscience shows that optic flow quiets the amygdala. It lowers anxiety. It lowers cortisol. Evolutionarily, walking forward meant agency. You were moving. You had control. You were safe. Your body responds to this primal signal by dropping its guard. A 10 to 15-minute walk outside in the morning does two things. It combines the light signal with the movement signal. It's a double message of safety. Your body receives the information. We are active. We are in control. We are safe. This is the state where your body finally agrees to tap into visceral fat stores. This is signal number 4. Forward motion equals permission. Signal number 5. The dopamine trap. What not to do. The final signal is what you absolutely cannot do. You cannot check your phone for the first 30 minutes. Not one notification, not one email, not one look at social media. Here's why. When you open social media, the moment you wake up, you're flooding a neurologically vulnerable brain with dopamine and cortisol simultaneously. You're reacting to other people's emergencies. You're seeing bad news, comparison, and artificial demands. Your sympathetic nervous system activates instantly. Fight or flight. Before you've even stood up, you're essentially telling your body, the world is on fire. Lock down. Store fat. Prepare for disaster. By delaying your phone, you protect your biochemistry. You allow your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system, to establish a baseline of calm. This isn't about being zen. This is about metabolic survival. A brain that starts the day reactive stays reactive. Cortisol stays high. Your belly stays locked. A brain that starts the day proactive stays proactive. Cortisol drops. Your belly unlocks. This is signal number 5. Protected attention equals metabolic freedom. The complete protocol executed in order. 6 a.m. Wake up. Don't touch the phone. 1 a.m. Drink the adrenal cocktail. Water plus sea salt plus lemon. 5 a.m. Go outside. Get 10 minutes of direct sunlight without sunglasses. 6:15 a.m. Walk for 10 to 15 minutes. Let your eyes flow forward. 6:30 a.m. Return inside. Still no phone. Read. Journal. Meditate. Breathe. 8:30 a.m. 90 minutes have passed. Now you can have your coffee. That's it. That's the entire protocol. Your cortisol drops instead of spike. Your body stops screaming for energy and starts accessing stored energy. Your LPL enzyme stays quiet. Your belly fat becomes accessible. You don't get the afternoon crash because you didn't trigger the afternoon spike. By lunch, you're not ravenous. By 3 p.m., you're not looking for sugar. By dinner, you've consumed 30-40% fewer calories without even trying. And here's the beautiful part. It's not willpower. It's not discipline. It's not suffering. It's biology. It's alignment. It's working with your body instead of against it. Most people start their day by fighting their physiology. They force themselves awake with screens and stimulants. They override their natural cortisol curve. They suppress their adenosine with caffeine. And then they wonder why they're exhausted, inflamed, and their belly fat won't budge. When you switch to this protocol, you stop forcing. You start flowing. The fat loss becomes a side effect, a consequence of a system that's finally in balance. This isn't a diet. It's not a supplement. It's not a workout program. It's a reprogramming, a rewrite of the code your body has been following. If this resonated with you, if you're tired of diets that don't work and you want to understand how your body actually works, subscribe to this channel. I break down the biochemistry behind every protocol so you understand not just the what, but the why. Like this video. Comment below. Share this with someone who's been struggling with belly fat for years. Someone who's tried every diet and nothing works. Someone who's been told willpower is the answer. Show them the real answer is biology. Your body isn't broken. It's not stubborn. It's just been given the wrong instructions at the wrong time. But starting tomorrow morning, you get to change that. You get to rewrite the code. I'll see you in the next one.